Hello. Today in this video I want to take you through one of the activities that I use. It's one of the more creative activities that I do in forest schools with my participants. And you begin the day with some foraging and exploring. So I encourage my participants to go out and collect some foliage and some bits and bobs and materials from the forest. This could consist of flowers, leaves, but one of the most important things that they're going to need to collect is 4 sticks. So you want 4 sticks that are reasonably all the same size. The other things that you're going to need for this activity are a little bit of wool and a pair of scissors. Okay, so the first half of the activity, as I said, will be just going around and foraging for materials. What I tend to do then is all the participants will come up to me and ask me what this is, and so I'll give them a lowdown basically of the things that they're collecting. This, for example, is a dead nettle, and then we've got a buttercup, now I call this Jurassic fern. It tends to spark their interest a little bit, but it's a type of epiphyte it is, but we got it in our forest area and they collect that, so depending on their age group is how much I tell them about the things that they're collecting. So I try and keep it basic for the younger ones, but for the older ones we show a little bit more interest. As soon as you say the word Jurassic, they're all interested, so they love, and it's basically a fern that grows on anything. It can grow in the ground, but it can grow in the leaves of trees. Anywhere where the conditions are correct for it to grow, it'll grow, and that's why it's called an epiphyte. But again, I digress. So we collect a few other things. There's an elder seed there, an elder cone. See that? And some maple leaves. Oh, wrong way. Come back. Some elder leaves. Some oak. Some fireweed. And we've got a random flower here. I'm not even sure what that is, but it's quite pretty. Right. So I'll get the kids to go and collect some things, and I'll do some talks with them and tell them what they are as they collect them. So you've got exploration, discovery, and you've got a little bit then of intellectual development when you're telling them about the things that they've collected. And then they'll collect them, they'll put them in a nice pile, that's their pile, and then what they're going to need to create then is what I call a picture story. So a picture story is basically a wooden frame, and this is where your sticks come in useful. So they pick all this up from the floor, and you're going to form a square like so. A little bit so you can see. We're going to form a square, and then what we're going to do then is we're going to get the wool and we're going to put the wool all the way across both ways. Oh, my things are blowing away. And then we're going to weave the things that we've collected in and out of the wool and make a picture frame, a picture story. Okay, so I'm just going to demonstrate now how to do that. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a clove hitch, which is basically 2 half hitches together. And we're going to put that about 1.5 inches down from the stick. And we're going to go over one way and then back around and the other way. And this creates, pull it tight, and then we have a clove hitch. And then we're going to get a stick that we're going to fasten it to, which in this case is this one. We're going to pull it up against our knot, about 1.5 inches down, and then we're going to go over, and we're going to do a lashing knot. Well, we're lashing it, so we're lashing this now to the other stick. I'm going over, then over, then over. I'm going to do this about 3 or 4 times. When we've gone over 3 or 4 times like that, we want to go crossways, and this is just to tighten the knot up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this way, like this. So we're going to go over that one, under that one, keeping it tight in between our fingers. Again, 4 or 5 times, and then we're going to cut the wool with the scissors, and we're going to tie this off using granny knot. Better way of one to explain it. So it's just a normal knot there, and then we should be left with something that looks a little like that. Okay, so I'm going to continue now with the others. Okay, so we've got our nice square frame now, and we're just going to get ready now to make the weave going from side to side. So have a look at your frame and see which way you'd rather it go. I think I'm gonna go for that direction. And same process really, you're tying a knot into one corner, so just a normal granny knot will do here. Keep it nice and simple. And then what we're going to do is we're going to weave backwards and forwards, keeping our wool nice and tight. Until we come back to the corner, then we're going to go around the corner through our first weave like so, and then we're going to start our second weave. This one's going to be in between our first weave. Get round to the corner, round again, and it's up to you how far you go with this, but that to me is almost perfect. For this section I'm going to just now move along and try and tidy it up, get a nice and even space across my weave like so. Okay, then we're going to tie it off then up the corner. I'm just going to use one of the just straighten it up a little bit there. Should be there for something like that. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at weaving all the things that we've collected into our story, picture story. So as I'm demonstrating this, I'll say to the kids, what you really need to do here is weave in and out. Like so. And try and pick the larger items for the background. Okay, so now we finished our picture, a story picture. Last thing to do is to hang it up. So granny knot on the top right corner, granny knot on top left corner, and there's our picture story finished, and we can hang that up now from the trees or in the classroom or in the house. Why not? Anywhere you like to put it. Of course you're teaching the kids about what lives in the forest. They're getting a chance to explore, and then they also getting a chance then to be a little bit more creative with the stuff that they've collected. So you've got creativity, you've got informative and authentic learning when it comes to learning about the plants that live in our forest, the flora and the fauna. And you've got motor skills as well, so you're exercising motor skills on the creation of your story picture. And you've got a very decorative piece at the end. Thanks very much. Bye.